My dear friends, heroes, all of you, I haven't got much to say. My handwriting's quite big, but nonetheless, I wanted to share with you a very, very personal and very poignant memory. Just down the road from here, in Thayer Street, which is the extension of Marylebone High Street, there is a Wesleyan church. Forgive me, I've forgotten the name of it. Put it down to age. But I, quite some years ago now, spoke from the platform there to such as your good selves. Our grandson at the time was walking, just about. He's now 14. He lives with us, which is a joy. And he towers over me. I shared my experience of being a relatively new grandfather with all the gathering on that occasion from that very special platform. And of course, I'm reminded again today that the Reverend Donald Soper, some of you will remember him surely. I don't wish to offend any of you. I'm getting old, but some of you will remember. He of that church, and of Hyde Park, where he took his soapbox and preached and faced hecklers. They ought to have known better. It just encouraged him. Was a formidable debater and thinker. Did I always agree with him? Absolutely not. That is the whole point, is it not, of decency, the decencies of debate. I wish we could get that very idea revisited here just at present, let alone in Iran, let alone in Russia. We're in danger of losing it. Lose it we must not. And of course, again, please don't be offended, those of you who don't remember, but I can remember the pretty early broadcasts of any questions on what was perhaps even the home service then rather than Radio 4, with David Jacobs, about whom I prefer not to express my opinion in many respects, but he was an effective chairman. And of course, it was many a Friday evening that the Reverend Donald Soper would be debating there. And I mean debating, not scoring cheap party political points. And he would have against him those who were trenchantly opposed to his view. They'd just had dinner together. Afterwards, they'd have a cup of tea or something together. Decencies of debate. And that is what we must return to our modern world. We have less excuse now for avoiding that than ever, in my contention. And so, things go on. I've described you already, all of you, as heroes, and certainly, as I hope, as dear friends. I'm honored to be given this brief opportunity to talk to you. The fact is, candidly, that, please, let's own up to it, in the still hours of the morning, we can all despair. I do. In the still hours of the morning, it may be about our health condition. I'll not bore you with that. It may be about Iran. It may be about Ukraine. It may be about how long it's all taking. But then we pull ourselves together. They show us that there is no excuse for abandoning hope. Hope is what enriches us. Hope is the one thing that no government, however despotic, can ever try to take away from us. And so, that's the way we must proceed, be it a short time or a long time, as Roger has said. It matters not. Now, I wasn't entirely truthful with you. I don't have a rabbit and I don't have a hat, but I do have 3 quotations for you. They seem to me particularly apt. I think it was in the early hours of this morning that they occurred to me as being apt. You'll have to excuse me, poor old man, I'll have to put my reading glasses on. Here we are. It was Daniel Defoe, and he was quoted in The Enemies of the Ayatollah, a book written by Mohammed Mohaddessin. He said this: "Of all the ills with which mankind are cursed, ecclesiastic tyranny's the worst." How true it is. It was true then, it's true now. And then, a flawed human being, no doubt, but then aren't we all? Winston Churchill, during the Second World War years, far more than once said this: never, never, never give up. And the final one, I promise you. Again, it's in the heading to one of the chapters in Mohammed Mohaddessin's excellent book. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered, yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. We all need to reflect on that. Words like that can seem glib until you review the background to those who uttered them, and then they become timeless. Achieve independence US when they were embattled to achieve independence from a certain little island just off the coast of Europe called Great Britain. We all need to be humble and to recognize that every single nation, every single group of people who inhabit this planet are entitled to freedom, to hope, and to equality of treatment. The ILA do so much towards that. So do all of you. Let's do more. Thank you so much.